This week on the House of Bread show, we hear about the Crown Green bowling adventure, Driving with Mick makes its return, we also hear more about the community garden, and much, much more. Hello and welcome once again to the House of Bread show inside our lovely unit here. This week we have a bag of pasta behind. Did you donate this pasta? If yes, thank you. As well as the pasta, I'm joined by Will and Mick this week.
Good morning.
Good morning, boys. So we'll start off this week with some very interesting news from Will about an organisation in Stafford.
Yes, thank you, Jack. One Recovery, which is an agency that supports folk with misuses around drugs and alcohol. We've been working with them on and off for a number of years. And now, because a lot of our friends are supported by One Recovery, and we are part of that sort of integrated care, we're now going to work even closer. So they've very kindly given us a storage/office space in Martin Street. Which means that we can store a range of food for emergency use, tents, sleeping bags, rucksacks, and it really helps them. In addition to that, we're going to be doing their drop-in sessions, so we're going to attend some of their drop-in sessions, which happen twice a week. And it means we can just have a presence in the reception, and already we've had one particular case where somebody who came to House of Bread, had an appointment, would struggle to attend, but thankfully I was able to persuade them to go along. I met them there, and thanks to Ange, we had a really successful meeting. So it's a really natural way for us to go, and I'm really quite excited about it.
That's
so
brilliant,
thank you, One Recovery. Thank you, Louis and Ange.
Well, from one exciting thing to another, because we have the final decision on whether the community garden planning permission will go ahead.
Yes, this is really important. Most of you watching this now, the time will have gone by, but it's tonight, which is Tuesday at 6:30, and we get 3 minutes to support our application. It's a huge thing for us. We are really excited, but we genuinely feel that we will be successful. So Matt, Long and I are going along to the County Council buildings. So if you get this in time, if not anyway, just pray for all the work that we do. It's a fantastic opportunity for engagement, for growing things, for just getting involved. I'm really excited. So we're a bit nervous, but it'll be fine.
Well, and I've heard it's going to go well.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's good.
That's good.
Yes. So now we'll address the elephant in the room. No offence, Mick.
Long noise.
The very good trunk.
Yes.
So you're here, which must mean episode 2 of Driving with Mick. This week on Driving with Mick, we join him on one of his many busy days doing lots of different jobs. First stop is Walton High School, where Mick and Will were setting up a collection point for food and toiletries, as well as introducing the pupils to the House of Bread. Then it's back up to the unit, as the children had already been busy collecting food.
More stock here. They've already been collected.
Now here's Mick to explain a little more about what the Hobmobile carries.
Right, so that's got them bags out. Now I can actually see what I've got left in here. Now, there's a few things in the old Hobmobile that I always carry for emergencies. One is an emergency rucksack that lasts someone 24 hours. Another thing, of course, is a sleeping bag. But the other things I carry are these. First aid kit, always handy, you never know. And these are the emergency food bags that we send out, the crisis food bags. So it's quite a lot in there, I must admit they're quite heavy. And then if you've got someone that needs a sugar rush, we've got a very unhealthy little bag here that's got all the chocolate and crisps and sweets in. Bad for you, I know, but good for you if you've got nothing in your belly. And then of course, finally, always come prepared, always carry the orange collecting tin.
Then it's off to the next job.
Okay, right, next stop on the technology park here. A couple of friends of mine own a pressure washer business, and the detergent comes to them in great big blue barrels. which is wonderful for us because when they've emptied them, it gives me a tinkle and I can go and collect them. Of course, we use that in the garden, community garden, or on the allotment.
Down at the community garden, Mick unloads the barrels. And oh look, there's me helping again. Aren't I great? And finally, there was just enough time to pick up some donated potatoes from the lovely people at Sandham Road Fish Bar.
Got me tatties.
So that's fantastic. We know exactly what Mick got up to for a day last week.
Oh yes, busy boy.
But you're not just here for a lame introduction to a cracking segment.
Not even a poor introduction.
Not even a poor.
No, I'm actually here. I don't know.
With your bowls hat on.
This is to signify that last Thursday at the Amersalt Bowling Academy, which is up by the tip there, a lovely venue really, very picturesque, not, is where Hob had their first bowling
Very exciting.
outing really.
And it was absolutely brilliant, it was.
Well, I was amazed just how they took to it. You know, we had friends, helpers, volunteers there. They'd never touched a wood, as we call it, in their life, and you couldn't get them back off the green.
No.
They wanted to stay on, they wanted to keep going, they wanted to know where can I get the bowls from and things like that.
And is that going to be every week going forward?
That's going to be every week. That's every Thursday between 10 and 12, and it's open to friends, helpers, volunteers, but it must be participated in. It's not just a social, stand around the green, have a fag and a yarn. It's actually get on the green, learn the game.
And we know there's going to be a little sub, isn't there? So there's a sort of £2 sub for anybody who wants to go along, which helps to cover the cost, because who are the people that organise it for us who are so brilliant?
John and Jill Morley.
John and Jill. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John and Jill.
Yes, thank you.
They also run the Parkinson's group.
Right.
They do that on a Wednesday morning,
right,
which sometimes I go to when work allows. So yes, they're very good, and
so
the top coaches.
Really, if I've never bowled in my life before, I can understand it. I get a little bit of training, and I can experience it. And then I guess the idea is maybe to have a little bit of match.
That's what that's what happened last Thursday. He paired people up, and
ignorance.
it was really good fun.
So that's in the diary now.
That's in the diary.
It'll be on
every
our website
Thursday.
every Thursday. And I know Lisa and Grace went and sat there and watched, which was lovely for them.
Yeah, and they kept Jill company.
Yeah, and the weather was nice.
Because it was all males otherwise.
Yes, yeah. But it was really good fun. And the other bonus thing is when you're playing the match and what have you, there's a lot of time to chat and stand
definitely.
around.
Talk to each other, find a bit more out about each other. Very good for friendship and fellowship as well, I must admit.
So another venue, another event in the calendar of week.
Another string to Hobbs Bow.
Yes.
Fantastic, awesome,
Fantastic.
Brilliant. Thank you, Mick, for that
No
intro.
problem.
Well, it's almost turning into the
Mick
vlog
show
here, because we have somebody not so far away from me having a little bit of inspiration of the arts, poetry, Mick.
Don't know where it's come from.
A lot of people ask that.
Yeah, I mean, the wife can't believe she's got such an intellectual chap now.
Well said.
Yes, that one's not going in a poem. Can't even say it, let alone spell it. But yeah, suddenly a couple of weeks ago, because with the Parkinson's, the problem is I wake in the middle of the night and I struggle to get back off. But on this particular occasion, I had these words popping in my head, and before you know it, I'm making them into sentences, and it's just flowing. And about subjects I'm passionate about. So I've done it about Parkinson's, I've done it about bowls.
If anybody's not friends with Mick on Facebook, we've seen some of the delights that he's been offering, but any of the Hob related poems, we're going to have maybe a little poetry corner somewhere.
Oh, sounds good.
On the stratosphere of Hob. So yes, you'll be able to read some of this stuff, and we might have some live readings or something going on at some point. So yes, look forward to the poetry, because it is very good.
Some of it's humorous, some of it's more hard hitting.
So that's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. We'll have another exciting week next week. But it's goodbye from Mick and Will.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from me. I've done it again. See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.